We are live, so I'm gonna meet you
Yeah,
over.
meet you.
All right. What's going on, y'all? Hey, Akua. Yes. Hey, Keeley. Hey, girl. Hey. We are gonna have a quick. I think she's joining. There she is. What's going on, beautiful?
Hey.
How are you? Look, I can tell the tea on here today. Like, y'all know I literally just got these braces put on this morning. And don't ask me what I was thinking about when I got it done today. But hello, gorgeous. I'm excited because there was no way that I was not going to have a queen on today and let's not chop it up. So thank you, beautiful. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I can't complain at all.
Good. I'm excited to have you on. I just wanted to pop on live because there's always so much going on. And just for your knowledge, we wrapped up an amazing podcast episode just now, and we just wanted to get on live and have a little conversation with the people. Hey.
Hey, y'all.
What's going on? So, Akua, listen, we've chopped up some of this stuff already, but just because, like, what was the main thing I feel like we really hit on? We talked a lot about a lot of different things, but one of the main things that we talked about, especially when we think about being heavy on the Black and beauty and the culture and where we are, what's going on, it's like, what's next for Friends in Beauty? Because you have such a huge community that you built, and of course we know it's needed in our community, but just let us know what's going on and like how is everybody faring in this COVID streets? Like, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, so what's going on with Friends in Beauty right now is really just me helping people to get out of their comfort zones of being in the house for so long. I think a lot of people have really forgotten how to interact with people like face to face. So having these events just to get people out, and a lot of people have never networked before ever, like never. So sometimes when they come to my events, I think I'm so proud that like my event is like their first taste of networking, because I always say that Friends in Beauty is a safe space to connect, network, and build genuine relationships. And I think with the type of personality that I have, I tend to attract a lot of other people who are kind of like laid back, easygoing. One of my events, it doesn't feel like a networking event. You don't feel like as nervous, like as businessy. You got to be all structured. It really is a lot of fun. So really just having these events to, help people get out and make those connections that they need for their business. Because one thing I forgot to mention to you on the interview is that literally every big opportunity that I've gotten as a makeup artist has come from networking. And that's why I push networking so hard, because I've done Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, New York reunions. I've done the Bad Boy concert. I went to San Francisco for a whole month to work off Broadway play. I'm doing Love and Marriage DC right now. I've done Love and Hip Hop. I mean, not Love and Hip Hop. Real Housewives of Potomac. Like, it could go on and on.
You popping. That's right. Come on, go on and on. This is your time to go on and on.
Yes, but like anything that's popping, or even when you mentioned Westmore, even Governor Westmore that I just did for his new pictures, his new headshots, networking. It has not come from me seeing a job posted somewhere and applying to it. It has come from me going to networking events. It has come from me just building relationships with other people in my community. And like, oh, I can't do this job. Let me hit up Akua, see if she's available. Or let me see who's the best person. It has all come from networking. So I think my biggest goal with Friends in Beauty is really to get people to see the importance. I think people know that they need to network, but they seriously. And I just want people to take it more serious, because you just never know who you can meet. And not even just going to like industry events for people in your industry, just go anywhere.
Just go.
Anywhere. A birthday party could be networking. It doesn't have to be a formal situation. You could be in the beauty supply store and see somebody struggling with lashes to pick, and you're like, you need some help, girl. And that could be your next client. You just never know. So I just want people to get out of their comfort zones and stop thinking that people are going to bite them if they speak. You know, like
Yeah. Girl, look, we've been home for 3 years and we do not even know how to say hello, how you doing? Like I said, I did my little church finger because I am people. But it's really beautiful to see that. And you have been really busy even in 2023. Okay. Yeah. So I saw a lot of people putting this post up like, 2023 starts February 1st because they just taking off January. But that's real talk. And if that's your space, if that's where people are, I feel like they have to be patient with themselves, right? But for the person who's a go-getter, who's out there, which is certainly who you are and just how big you are in community building, you should do that. Like, we have to reacclimate at some point to getting out there. So I'm excited because, you know, you in the DMV, so I gotta come. We getting it. We are getting together. Yes, a lot of folks on here. Yes, come on. She said, come on, resume. I know, right? And maybe, like, why do we think about that sometimes? Like, why is it so hard for us to just be great, right? Like, we just got to be great. Like, I don't even want an apology because you shining and you should.
Yeah, we talk ourselves out of a lot of things. We make things up in our head that will never even come true as the or even when I talk to some people, they're like, well, I reached out to this person and they didn't respond. Reach out again. Like, reach out again. That's one thing about me. I'm very persistent. I tell people all the time, like, somebody would have to literally be like, girl, I saw your DM. I saw your email. I didn't respond for a reason. Stop contacting me. Like, I'm just busy.
It is.
A lot of people are
busy.
I'm guilty of like opening up text messages and like, oh, I'm responding in a second. And then I'm like 2 days later, I'm like, oh my God, I did not respond to this person. So a lot of people are like that. So I would say, like, not taking things personally, reaching out until you get an answer. And that's how I got my latest interview with Sam Fine. Like, I have reached out to him so many times, DM, email. I saw him. It says seen. Okay.
He left you on red, girl. Didn't he leave you on read? Oh my gosh.
About, you know, getting creative. Like, I had with it. So I made like a reel with like him and maybe like, I think it was like 10 people in total that I want to interview this year for my podcast.
Okay.
My friends in beauty, like, hey y'all, I need y'all to tag these people. And it got
me tagging up. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to try that next because I feel like, I'll tell you the most extreme thing that I did, and it was recently. It was in 2023. I got my little butt on a flight by myself. Got me a hotel room. Went and worked Gate City weekend for Corey Arvidge, right? And was like, hey, bro, like, you know, to the side, like, what's going on with this podcast? Like, and he said, okay, well, sure, no problem. I mean, I think that's kind of hard for us to sometimes conceptualize, like, really going way out your way. But when you know the end result, like, it takes a lot of that angst out the way because, I mean, it's either gotta work or it's what? Gotta work. So I'm about to take your advice, though, and start hitting some people up a couple more ways. So I was like, oh, I don't want to be like that girl. But I'm about to
Somebody told me one time, took my interview, another guy, he's a photographer, but he said he told me literally he took my interview because I was so persistent. I emailed him like, I don't know how many times. I'm like, this interview with him because he's so popping. Because you were so persistent, I'm gonna say yes.
I love that. I love that. You know, I started reading. I made a whole reading list for myself this year, and I was like, okay, I'm going to read it. And one of the things that they said, and maybe this is something that you or other people can take too, is to write a list of 100 people, like the people that you intentionally want to meet. Because if you really think about it, we really only have 6 degrees of separation from everybody in the world. And at some point, if you continue to, you know, work, be diligent, for me, pray, whatever, and just really start working down that list, you're going to find a way at some point to make your way through that list.
Yeah.
And so even just taking your advice is going to give me like more ammunition to go back to that list and say, hey, like, you're not that far outside of my reach. Or you can even leverage the opportunities that you have with some people to say, hey, I had an opportunity like for you, Sam, like, I've been up here. So who's next? Like, you got a whole list of 4s. Now it's time to go to level 5. Like, it is what it is. We make it hard.
Yeah. He's trying to help me secure 2 other people that's on the list because he knows them personally. So he emailed me last week, like, any luck yet with getting them? I can use
Look at that.
nudging them a little bit. So they're going to be, but sometimes it really is about just the timing, especially interviewing Sam Fine, because he's such a big deal. Like, he's in like my top 3. So he's already complete. I've already interviewed my podcast.
Yes.
But it's just about the timing, because I don't think that I was ready to interview him like a year ago. So it's just not the time yet. So sometimes you have to continue to just put in the work, be consistent, showing up and building yourself up. And then when the time is right, it's going to happen. So I have no doubt that I'll get those other people. It's just when the time is right.
Come on. What they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I believe that. It's the same thing. So I love that. Oh, come on. Let me find out. I'm going to really be pressing some people out. Look, I see Keely on here. I can't wait to talk to her either. I'm excited. Yes, DMV. We need this DMV get together. Come on now. Absolutely. Well, I'm just excited that we had a chance to connect today. I'm really hoping that people will see your journey, continue to see your journey, not like they just identify you because you are in these streets. But I hope they continue to see your journey and see themselves in it, right? Like how they can show up, how they can press forward. And we also talked about pivot. See, when the episode comes out, y'all got to check it out, because y'all will not believe how Akua got into beauty. Look, she doesn't know either, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all good and it's all love. So thank you so much for just chatting with me for a couple minutes. I wanted to just reconnect because it was just so good. It was just so good.
Thank you. This is
you.
Pleasure. One of my goals this year was to be on other people's podcasts. So you're making my dreams and my goals come true. So it's really, really such an honor.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Well, that makes me feel good to feel like I'm doing something that's blessing somebody else, because definitely you blessed me. But I'm not gonna lie, like I told y'all, my mouth is like on fire right now. So forgive me, but just know that I'm just so grateful. And we have to stay connected.
We will.
Friends in beauty and beyond.
Yes, indeed.
All right, good night.
Good night.
See you.
Can you tag me on this?
I certainly will. I certainly will. Okay.
All righty.
Bye.